Hi everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. My name is Shukra. So let's get into the 2025 Met Gala best looks of the night. These are the looks I believe were on theme and also looked fabulous. Just to give some background information, this year they celebrated Superfine Tailoring Black Style. This showcase explores the importance of clothing and style to the formation of Black identities in the Atlantic diaspora. So they've arranged about 12 different characteristics of Black dandyism. So the dress code for the Met this year was Tailored for You, which has a strong focus on menswear and suiting. Okay, so let's get into the looks. And of course, I think we all have to start with Tiana Taylor. She was wearing a custom-made look by Ruth E. Carter, who also worked on the Black Panther movies as the costume designer. She was wearing a tailored red three-piece pinstripe suit with a red padded cape. Harlem Rose was stitched into the train of her cape, and she accessorized with red gloves, a red cane, and a red fedora hat. Tiana was working as one of the Vogue hosts this year on the carpet, so she was one of the first people to arrive, and let me say she set the tone with her look. She was able to effortlessly embody dandyism in a feminine yet cool way. I think her look is dramatic, but at the same time it shows the essence of just being fabulous and being yourself. I think she did great. I think she looked amazing, and it's just something that only Tiana Taylor could pull off. So this is definitely one of my favorite looks from the night. Next on the list for best looks of the Met Gala is Mona Patel. She was wearing custom Thom Browne. I think one thing that set her apart is the fact that she actually brought a robotic dog with her. So Thom Browne is known widely for their tailoring for their suits, so it's not a surprise that a lot of celebrities chose this designer to wear. What I really like about her look is the black beaded corset style bodice, which was cinching in her waist. And also she had a kinetic spine in the back as well, which added something different to the look. I like how tailored and sharp everything looks. Let's move on to Jennie from Blackpink. I think Jennie really took everyone by surprise in this Chanel look. Yes, she is a Chanel ambassador, but often I don't think we look at Chanel and think suiting or tailoring as one of their strongest points. She was wearing an off-the-shoulder black satin jumpsuit with pearls and buttons, along with a black satin overskirt to add drama, and of course she had on a hat. I think everything put together with this look just works. It uniquely identifies tailoring, but at the same time it gives you that signature Chanel look. I think the fact that she wore a jumpsuit is unique and different here, but at the same time the drama that's added with the overcoat makes a lot of sense as well in the portrayal of dandyism. Okay, let's add some flavor into this next look. This next look is from Savannah James. She is wearing custom Hanifa, and I have to say the drama in a good way. The color she chose was burgundy, and she wore a cropped jacket, pinstriped, with lapels and oversized cuffs, and then she had a dramatic cutout in the midriff area, and then the mermaid style skirt with the train. And I have to say, chef's kiss with this look. What I think she did great here was adding femininity into dandyism, which you may think is an easy thing to do, but can sometimes come off theme. But Savannah nailed it on the head with this. Next, we have Joey King, and I have to say, she has one of the best looks of the nights for me. She is top 3 for me in looks. She just, wow. Like, it's wow. It's on theme, it makes sense, it's beautiful, and it's dandy. She was wearing a custom Miu Miu suit, and the unique part of the suit was the glass, or maybe it's crystal embellishments that were paired all along the suit. The green suit that she was wearing. She paired this with a checkered white and black dress shirt and a red yellow tie and a brown belt. And it just works. It just works. It embodies dandyism. It embodies what people associate and think of when they see a dandy. The sophistication, the extravagance, the fabulousness, everything, the uniqueness. It just works and it's beautiful. Next we have for best looks, Jodie Turner-Smith. She was wearing custom Burberry. She has said this look was inspired by Selika Lazvetsky, who was a black equestrian who lived in Paris. Her look embodies a traditional Victorian silhouette in rich textured leather with a top hat. And I think the fact that her look is in leather is beautiful, and it just helps her stand out even more during the night. Her look is giving very much traditional dandyism, but at the same time, I think the leather brings the look to life. Next up, we have Shaboozey, who is the first male on my list right now in terms of best looks of the night. I think because his was just surprising and at the same time beautiful and androgynous and just different. He wore a cropped suit jacket with matching pants in a wavy design all throughout. Underneath that, he wore a black collared tank with lines of turquoise beads draped across his torso. And then he had a slanted wide brim black hat. And to add a little sparkle, he had turquoise grills as well. For me, it is the beads that is taking this look to the top. It is the beads that makes this look different. It is the beads that adds that dandyism to his look, which I think he exemplifies quite nicely. One of the looks from the Met Gala that I thought was just very spicy in a very different way is from Iman. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how it's possible for her to look this amazing and this great. It's a classic look, I think, that she's wearing, but at the same time, it just has this appeal, this spiciness that just draws you to it. So she's wearing a custom suit from Madra Budrum. So it is a white tailored suit with a fitted waist, structured shoulders, and wide leg trousers. And she has underneath a black shirt and polka dot tie and a cane. I just have to say, it works. It just works. I think with this look, you may think it's simple. I don't get it. Why does it work so well? It's a feeling. It's like a feeling. It's a spirit. It's just a vibe. It's just a vibe and an aura that's coming off of this look that I feel gives you dandy. It gives you that super fly, and that's not easy to capture. Next, we have Laura Harrier. So this look is a little bit more personal. This is designed by Zach Posen for Gap Studio, and it is in a buttery yellow. So this look was inspired by Laura's family. So her father and grandfather are the figures in which she drew inspiration for dandyism. So the designer Zach Posen was able to construct this look by looking at past pictures from her family in order to see exactly what their style was and how they put things together. So I think with Laura's look, this is a very authentic interpretation of dandyism, and this is why I had to put her as, one of the best dressed of the night. Next, we have Miss Kiki Palmer, who was paying homage to Dorothy Dandridge, who was one of the first Black women to be Oscar nominated and helped open the door for more women of color. Kiki wore a white Vera Wang gown with black tailored pants underneath. So this dress has a halter top with a long train, and the skirt was open in the front in order to give people a peek into the fitted trousers underneath. So Kiki described this as a little masculine with a feminine tribute, as it was inspired by Dorothy Dandridge. As I mentioned, she was the first Black woman to receive an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress. Now, I must say, Tessa Thompson is a true fashionista to me. She's a fashion girly. She knows what she's doing. So I was not surprised that when she stepped onto the Met carpet, she looked fabulous and she was on point with the theme. She was wearing a custom look from Prabal Gurung. It was a coat-inspired dress, fitted at the waist, but it had exaggerated hips. I think it just makes sense that she goes with the drama and that she has this tailored, sophisticated look at the same time with an air of regalness. Let's move on to Cardi B, who was wearing a custom green Burberry suit. So it took inspiration from Victorian dress and corsetry. This suit is defined as tailored feminine dandy, which makes sense with the plunging neckline and with the fabric used. She had a silk shirt with ruffled accents at the neckline and cuffs, complemented by the green tailored trousers. Now, I cannot go through this video and not mention Rihanna, who looked amazing and who debuted her new baby bump. Everything from her outfit looked amazing, from the hat to the tie. Rihanna just knows how to work it. Rihanna arrived at the Met wearing head-to-toe Marc Jacobs, which makes complete and utter sense as the designer to help make sure she still looks great when she's pregnant. She wore a black cropped woolen jacket, a wool bustier bodysuit, a black pinstripe wool tailored skirt with a bustle, a polka dot satin carvette, ankle chain pumps, and a Marc Jacobs hat that was created with Stephen Jones. And I just have to say, hands down, she looked amazing. She worked it. She knows her angles, she knows her body, and she knows how to dress when she's pregnant. Okay, so let's move on to my favorite, hands down favorite look of the night, which was worn by Ugbud Abdi. I have to say, she looked amazing. If I could get this look, I would buy it. Just the best look. Hands down, my favorite. This is me letting you know. She wore a custom Michael Kors look, and this look was inspired by none other than Andre Leon Talley. Michael Kors has said they were inspired ultimately by his fashion. His mix of impeccable tailoring is interpreted in the crystal pinstripe flannel trouser suit, and his love of dramatic entrance, making capes and cloaks inspired the metallic brocade cape. And I just have to say, everything about her look is amazing. Hands down, love it. The brocade cape is in silver with a faux fur trim. Her pinstriped flannel suit had over 80,000 crystals. The fedora, everything, cummerbund, everything about the look just makes it pop, and is ultimately what I think is the best look of the night. And I love the fact that they had Andre be the inspiration. She just works it. I think in this day and age, if you want to see a dandy look, get dandy inspiration, this is where you go. This is what you look at. Hands down, she works it. Michael Kors did an amazing job. Lastly, I will include another male. Unfortunately, they didn't really show out too much. Even though this was geared more towards menswear, I feel as if the men really left us hanging. They didn't do what they were meant to do. But Damson Idris did do something, and I did enjoy his look of the night. He did have two different looks. First, he entered in a race car ensemble, which was taken off, and let us see underneath he had a tuxedo jacket featuring a red and gold tartan print along with red satin lapels. So this looked a whole lot more dandy compared to the race car look. He had a matching interior vest, a crisp white button-down shirt, and flared tuxedo pants with a satin side stripe. He also had an emerald brooch and jewelry as well that helped to lighten and bring more of the dandyism to his look. So those were my main favorites of the night. Joey King was one of my top, as well as Ubad Abdi. Those two just did it right. Let me know if you agree or if you have other favorites from the night. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If this is your first time watching, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe button. Bye.